and in this video I'll be reviewing the Nexus 5, Google's highly anticipated phone, and flagship phone at that. Google has put in a lot of work. The Nexus 4 was an instant success, but Google can also look at it at an instant failure. The Nexus 4 sold like hotcakes on the Play Store, but did it really? The Nexus 4 was really good, but due to many issues with LG and Google together, the Nexus 4 might go down in history as one of Google's best failures. But then there's the Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 reimagined everything Google. It had a lot more features, boasting with Android 4.4 KitKat, a new camera, and a completely new design. So in this video, I'll be looking at the Nexus 5 and telling you what has changed, or even if it's even worth buying. Now, looking at the hardware of the Nexus 5, you can see the camera right there and the proximity sensor. And then you can see that you have the very curved yet square design right there. And also taking a look right there, you can see you have your speakers and the USB connection button right there. And if you take a look at the side, you can see it's a nice feeling. It's mostly a plastic kind of material, and it's very durable at that. And then right there you can see that you have the Nexus. There is a lot of fingerprints, and that's one bad thing about the Nexus 5, is that it does attract a lot of fingerprints. And then you have that very cool camera right there that does have some good features, and it's an 8 megapixel camera with a 1080p video recording. Now once you turn on the Nexus 5, you're instantly invited into it. You can see that you have a Google Now integration right off the bat, and then you can easily unlock. And if you go into settings, and then you go into about phone, you have the Android version right there. And then you have Android KitKat right there. And if you hold it down, you can see the secret Android 4.4 KitKat game right there. Now, Android 4.4 is a lot different from the Nexus 4. Android 4.4 on the Nexus 5 has a Google Experience Launcher, which is completely different than any other Google device. The Nexus 4 doesn't even have the Google Experience Launcher or anything like that. It just has Android 4.4, and this is where the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 4 differ from. Now, if you go and swipe to the left, you'll be invited to your Google Now cards, and there's a lot of them. And as you can see, I have Google Now at the top, along with everything else that you follow. So, if I activate Google Now, what is the weather like in Chicago?
It's -3 degrees and partly cloudy in Chicago.
What time is it in Paris?
It's 8 degrees and overcast in Paris.
What is Wembley Stadium?
Wembley Stadium, often referred to simply as Wembley or sometimes as the New Wembley, is a football stadium located in Wembley Park in the borough of Brent, London, England. It opened in 2007 and was built on the site of the previous 1923 Wembley Stadium.
Now, Google Now is really improved. Before, when Google introduced it into Ice Cream Sandwich, nobody really used it. Nobody took notice of Google Now. But in the Nexus 5 with Google Now, it's very Google Now centered, and with Google Now using it to its full potential, the Nexus 5 has a lot of potential, and once you use it along with your Nexus 5 is just instantly that much more usable and worth it when you have it. Now, the camera on the Nexus 5 is also really good. Now, compared to another device, the Nexus 5 camera is actually like the iPhone 5 camera, which is okay, but not great, and I actually do believe this camera could be a lot better. Now, you have the camera features right here. So you have the front-facing camera, the back-facing camera, the auto. So it has a few features, but it isn't too cluttered at all, and it's very simple. Then you have panorama, video recording, camera, and a lot more. So overall, the camera is pretty solid, and you can easily whip out your Nexus 5 instead of your point and shoot, and the Nexus 5 will get the job done and give you great results. Now the Nexus 5 comes at a great price. You can get the 16GB model for, get this, $350. Now $350 for a factory unlocked phone is really, really good. It's actually beyond good. Now that is one of the best selling points, and this is why the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 4 sold like hotcakes. It's because of the price and what you get for it. You get everything that you want in a phone for $350 unlocked. And for $50 more, you can get it at 32GB, and it's at $400, but yet that's still very, very affordable. So that's really cool to see. Google did think about the average person, and that is why Google and the Nexus 5 will sell very well and will be the Google flagship for Google moving forward. Now, there's a lot of good features packed into this device. Now, the display on the Nexus 5 is simply amazing. It's a very, very good display. It's very vibrant. The blacks are very black. The reds are very red. It's one of the most vibrant displays I've used, and one that sticks. It's a very good display, and I can really compare it to my Super AMOLED Galaxy Note 3 and my Galaxy S4, how good it actually is. It's a 1920 by 1080p display, but it performs like it's a very good display and much higher than the actual resolution that it has. Now, now the Nexus 5 coagulates the phone, the messaging, and the email all together into one, and I like how they do that. And also, Google Plus is a nice addition to the Nexus 5, and it gives the Nexus 5 its name, and it makes it really, really good. The Nexus 5 is a very solid device. It has a lot of good features, and some of the features that you don't really realize are some that are in settings. Now, if you go into the very last option right here, you have printing on it. So that's a new feature in Android 4.4. There's a lot more refinements in Android 4.4 KitKat, and there's a lot of good features that people don't really realize. Now, a negative about the Nexus 5 has to be the battery life. The Nexus 5 is overall a very good phone, but the battery life on the Nexus 5 just does not cut it. I usually get about 7 to 8 hours of battery life on this device, and I really think it should get me through the whole day, and maybe a day and a half with the Nexus 5, although it doesn't. So that's definitely one of the biggest flaws. I find myself charging my device maybe twice a day now with the Nexus 5, and that's more than I would like. I just want to go on one full charge, and that would probably increase my rating of the overall phone. So for the Nexus 5, I give it an 8.5. KitKat is good. The camera is above good. It's decent, but it could be better, and overall the design is nice, but I would have liked to see a Nexus 4-like design with a glass back. So overall, that's the Nexus 5. I really recommend it. It has a lot of good features, great display, great screen size, great everything about it, but the battery life brings the device down just a little bit. So thanks for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe, like this video.